Hi there. I'm Alex Ray, and my team and I would like to welcome you to Emotion Thirst. This space is here to explore mental health in a way that's real, relatable, and rooted in compassion. When you're here because you live with emotionally unstable personality disorder, you love someone who does, or simply because mental health matters, this space is for you. Today, we'll explore what EUPD really is, how it affects people, and what healing can actually look like. Let's begin. What is BPD, EUPD, CPTSD? Let's talk about something that doesn't get enough understanding: borderline personality disorder, or BPD. In the UK, you might also hear it called emotionally unstable personality disorder, or EUPD. They're the same thing. Another condition that often overlaps with this is complex PTSD, or CPTSD. These diagnoses share a lot of similar symptoms, like emotional overwhelm, fear of abandonment, and struggles with identity or trust. You are not alone. Around 1 in 100 people are diagnosed with EUPD, and many more go undiagnosed, misdiagnosed, or misunderstood. These conditions aren't a flaw. It's not attention-seeking or being manipulative. They're often a trauma response and the result of deep, unprocessed emotional pain and not having had the right support, safety, or guidance while growing up. Instead, many people develop coping patterns that helps them survive back then, but don't work well anymore. And here's the good news: change is absolutely possible. Your brain is not stuck this way. Thanks to something called neuroplasticity, our brains can literally rewire themselves. That means with the right tools, support, and consistency, you can build new ways to cope, relate, and thrive. Healing isn't always linear, and it's not always easy, but it is possible. At Emotion First, we're here to offer understanding, guidance, and hope. You deserve support, and you're not broken. You're human. It all starts with understanding, and with compassion. Understanding emotional dysregulation. So what is emotional dysregulation? Simply put, emotional dysregulation is when your feelings become so intense, so fast, that it's hard to manage them in a balanced way. Even a small trigger, a tone of voice, a text left on read, or feeling misunderstood can lead to overwhelming emotions like panic, rage, deep sadness, or shame. And it's not because you're too sensitive. It's often because your nervous system has learned to stay on high alert, based on past experiences. The good news? This can be managed. There are psychological techniques that can help prevent emotional escalation and build emotional resilience. One of those skills is called turning the mind, a concept from dialectical behavior therapy, DBT. It's about making a conscious choice to turn your mind toward acceptance and away from reactivity. Not ignoring emotions, but learning to respond, not just react. And yes, this takes practice, a lot of it. But with consistency, these techniques become easier. With time, they start to feel natural. You're not weak for struggling, you're human. Learning new coping skills as an adult takes courage, patience, and perseverance. And remember, neuroplasticity means your brain can change. In upcoming videos, we'll go deeper into skills like grounding, validation, mindfulness, and emotional regulation from DBT. You're not broken, you're learning, and you don't have to do it alone. You're not failing if it feels hard. That's normal. What matters is that you try again and again. Where does it come from? Trauma, genetics, attachment. Let's talk about where this all comes from. For many people, these struggles begin in childhood. That might include big traumas, but also the quiet kind: emotional neglect, not feeling safe, or being constantly invalidated. Your nervous system learned to protect you. That's not weakness, that's survival. There's also a genetic piece. Some people are born more emotionally sensitive. That's not bad. It just means your emotions are louder, and you may need different tools to regulate them. And then there's attachment. Our earliest relationships shape how safe we feel with others and with ourselves. If caregivers were inconsistent or frightening, you may now fear closeness or abandonment. But these patterns can change with support. So no, it's not your fault, but it is your time to understand and heal. So we've looked at what EUPD BPD is, and how trauma, genetics, and relationships shape our emotions. But there's even more to explore, especially around the body's survival responses, how to actually rewire your brain, and how to build the support you need. In Part 2, we'll look at how you can begin healing and creating meaningful change in your daily life. See you there.